Request Shri Major Singh, Member Planning CEA, to kindly address the summit. Let's hear it for Shri Major Singh, please.
Good morning. First of all, I'm grateful for giving me opportunity to be with you today morning to share my views regarding the workshop, which is a summit which is convened today on a very relevant topic regarding safe future. Now, with particular reference to performance, thermal power plant optimizing performance for a sustainable and secure future. I compliment TUSUD and CBIP for taking this decision to organize this workshop in such a moment, which is very relevant. Shri NKV Ramarao, Shri Naranjan Nadkarni, Dr. XL Stepkan, Shri Kanjalia, and distinguished experts from power sector, particularly from generating companies. Good morning to all of you once again. And as regards the CEA, you all must be knowing that being a very technical advisory body to Ministry of Power, it has to deal with all issues related to power sector on all technical matters. So I will not take much time because we are already late. But as you know that our installed capacity is of the order of around 254 gigawatt, out of which around 32,000 megawatt is out of renewable energy sources, around 40,000 megawatt is contributed by hydro generating stations, and the major part is contributed by thermal power generation, out of which again major portion is contributed by coal-based generating stations. But the present condition of this generation, particularly for coal-based generations, you are all well aware, I need not give the details. I think I have got details for 13th October. Out of 220 gigawatt of monitored capacity by CEA, the available capacity was only 165 gigawatt. So most of the plants are either under shutdown or not operating as per the capacity on very low load factor because of various reasons, maybe shortage of fuel, coal and gases of course is not available, and these power stations are not getting schedule because they are don't come in the merit schedule of dispatch also. So there are numerous problems to meet the requirements of power sector. Now, up to 12th plan, we had generation this capacity addition target of around 88,537 megawatt capacity, and because already we have 2.5 years are already over for 12th plan, and our achievement is around 50% of the capacity. Apart from that, 30,000 megawatt was to be contributed by renewable energy stations, but hardly we have this capacity additions of the order of 5,000 megawatt for renewable energy sources. So this is a matter of great concern also, and great challenge for all of us. At the time of preparing National Electricity Plan by CEA, based on the demand assessed as per 18th Power Survey, it was amply clear that all the shortages at all India level will be wiped out at all India level. And for that, all state governments had to take necessary steps to procure power from various sources. They have to take action on that. But now, intervening period, some different situations has changed. So states will have to very seriously think over that what action they have to take to meet the shortages in the present situation. Now, you must be knowing that as per National Electricity Policy, which was framed way back in 2005, there were some targets were given that at all India level, some objectives were laid that our per capita consumption at all India level will be 1,000 units at all India level. But till now, I think by 2013-14, our per capita consumption is hardly just more than 900 units only, whereas our world average is around 3,000. We are far behind. And for European Union, it is 6,200 units. So we have a long way to go to achieve the target. As per that assessment made by us, by end of 12th plan, we may exceed 1,200 units of per capita consumption. But because it is all India average, but some of the states are far behind this figure, and this being all India figure, and some of the states have not achieved that this target. And another target was regarding transmission distribution losses. We have to, it was, objective was that we can bring it down to international level, maybe around to the level of 15%. But still, all India T&D losses, we are at 23%. And in some of the states, of course, they have tried to gradually reduce, but some of the states are still on a very higher side. And because they have not able to develop their infrastructure, augmentation of a distribution network, and they will not be able to actually absorb power, even though power is available from center generating stations out of their quota, but they are not in a position to use that power. So at the time of 18th EPS, we had done some consultations with the states and even state regulatory commissions also. So then we found that maybe by end of 13th plan, by 21-22, we may be in a position to achieve all India target of around 16% in T&D losses, because they are not in a position to take any action and augment their infrastructure that they are able to reduce their T&D losses. And AT&C losses, you can well imagine it will be much more than that. So these are the basic reasons that why end consumption is very low, and of course there may be generation may be quite high, because in this case, if this T&D losses are reduced gradually, then certainly we can improve the quality of life, and power can be made available at affordable rate also to some extent to the consumers. Now, see, as I mentioned that already we, this 12th plan, already 2.5 years are already over. So now in the change scenario, first of all, we have to make an assessment of what is the exact demand. Because 18th EPS demand, which we had worked out, based on that we had already made a national electricity plan, and some generation target, this generation plan was finalized. Now, because more focus is on 24/7 power availability to all states, and Make in India mission of Honorable Prime Minister, we have to think very seriously that how this objective can be achieved. What will be your requirements? If Make in India is to be made successful, then steps will need to be taken that which is the equipment which is being imported for power sector, which could be indigenously, it could be manufactured here, and what will be the impact on job creation and overall socio-economic development. All these issues need to be, because power sector being very important for overall development, so these issues need to be factored in at the time of assessment or demand by various states, because they have to, because earlier they used to give some growth rate, that this will be a growth rate, and they may or may not be able to achieve. Even then, even now, some of the states are still agreeing with the power survey which was made by CEA. And our demand is more or less is matching with the demand which is being indicated by states, even for the remaining years of 12th plan. So, but now new factors need to be considered also, that if 24/7 is to be achieved, and some rapid urbanization is taking place, and vertical growth of cities, and all these factors will need to be taken into account for making assessment of demand and matching infrastructure for making the power available to all the consumers in various states of the country. So these are some of the challenges which need to be taken into account by all of us. And there is urgent need for reduction of greenhouse gases also. And quality of coal is another area of concern, because with high ash content, and which is generating more ash. And because still we are facing this correlated issues, and this is an important area where we will need to think and what action can be taken. And gas shortages, of course, is a national problem that has to be dealt. And another area is important is integration of renewable energy sources, RES. As I mentioned that in 12th plan, our target was 30,000, still we have only hardly 5,000 has been achieved. How it will be that integrated with the conventional sources, it will need to be is a very important issue, which is an area of concern and challenge, that how it is to be integrated. This has to be taken into account. Another challenge is regarding that which our other panelists have also mentioned, regarding renovation, modernization, and life RM and LE of thermal power stations. In the 11th plan, we had achieved around 17,000 megawatt of RNM for thermal power stations. But there is need to be made some evaluation of the actual, how much benefits have been accrued, how much cost has been incurred on that, whether we are really able to get the benefits out of that investment which has been made. For 12th plan, our target was around 29,000 megawatt, but till now I have got exact figure is 2170 megawatt is the only RNM which has been achieved so far, and we are already 2.5 years, as I mentioned, already over for 12th plan. And I am informed that most of the state utilities are not taking any decision to take up that their stations for RNM. They have to decide, and some NTPC power stations, I think they have taken initiative to take up RNM for their generating stations. And but I am sure that this target is not going to be achieved. To be more optimistic, we will be able to achieve only 50%, or maybe around 15,000 megawatt of the RNM can be achieved most likely during the 12th plan period. Another area which can indirectly lead to improvement of availability efficiency is phased retirement of old and inefficient generating stations, which my other co-panelists also mentioned. Rather, in that National Action Plan on Climate Change of Honorable Prime Minister, there was one mission on National Mission on Enhanced Energy Efficiency, NMEEE. In that mission, there was one working group 3 was there, and some broad guidelines were brought out that old and inefficient plants needs to be retired in a phased manner. So that, but we have to keep into consideration that matching capacity should be available, and this is a very important area. But we have been writing to states rather, because we can only advise. This action has to be taken by states only, utilities, that they must make some action plan, that some retirement plan, phased retirement plan can be initiated, so that retirement of old plants can be implemented. And otherwise, because our target is 4,000 megawatt of retirement during 12th plan, but actually this retirement of plant capacity is around, I think, around 900 megawatt, which we were able to achieve so far. So this is another area of concern where this utilities need to think over and formulate some action plan. So it can also be a step in improvement of energy efficiency. And another area of this improvement of energy efficiency is this through Indo-German Energy Program, IGN. So as you you must be aware that some Epsilon software was there, and some training to power station professionals was also imparted, so that they can carry out some gap analysis of the operational parameters vis-a-vis design parameters, so that improvement of availability and efficiency of that thermal power stations can be studied. So it will be very helpful to various state utilities also. This is being undertaken, and CA and IGN program is also coordinating in this area. Another area which is also of concern is captive generating stations. Even though, as per provisions of Electricity Act, CA is empowered, it is mandatory for all to furnish the data to CA, but in reality, this response is very poor. Some of the states are not in a taking, not even states, even captive generating plant owners, they are not furnishing the data. So we are not in a position to get a really reliable data, so that we can work out what is the actual contribution of this captive power generating stations, and how their performance can be improved, how they can be made more efficient, how it can be integrated with that conventional power stations. But most of that, even state utilities as well as captive generating plant owners, they are not furnishing data. So this is an area of, I strongly urge that if this data is not made available, then we were not in a position to carry out analysis and what exactly is the problems, maybe per capita consumption, maybe T&D losses, maybe availability. There are so many things are there, because we are bringing out annual general review, which contains important statistics of power sector. But in the absence of availability of data, we are not, we have to assume some figures, or we have to estimate some figure, repeated figures are there. So that clear picture is not reflected. So I strongly urge that in all states should take some, give some priority to this area also. Then they should rather constitute one cell also, that so that this our reliable data is made available. It will be very helpful. And because as I mentioned now, 19th electric power survey has to be carried out, is to be taken up next year to work out the exact electricity demand of various states. Now, as per at the time of 18th EPS, we had done this electricity demand forecast and even consumption details of all categories of consumers for 12th and 13th plan year-wise. But we will try to, as part of 19th EPS, we want to take up power survey of for 13th plan, review of 13th plan and 14th plan also in details. So we have to initiate that step, and I urge all these utilities and stakeholders, so they should start working out what exactly is the demand in the next in the by end of 12th plan, what is the demand and what growth they are anticipating. And if possible, I think we can also take up some district-wise also, or DISCOM-wise modeling also, something. We, unlike earlier survey, we want to go into details. So this is another area which will indirectly help in making the power available and improvement of efficiency. We may not require more capacity addition, but these are the steps which need to be taken by all the states. So I'm sure that these were the main areas, points which I just wanted to share with all of you, that these can contribute to, may not be improvement of efficiency, but making the power, affordable power available to the end consumers, and overall socio-economic development, and particularly in the light of 24/7 and Make in India mission of Honorable Prime Minister. So these are the important issues which need to be rather seriously considered by all the stakeholders for optimum development of utilization of generating stations and making the affordable power available to all the consumers. Of course, there's some challenges are there, but we have to face. And with these words, I wish that delegation in this workshop summit will be very useful. All participants will actively participate, and this outcome of the result, this summit will be very useful, and provide a guideline to the stakeholders. With these words, I thank all of you once again. Thank you.